Shiraz, 1989. I'm 7 years old. It's Saturday night, and I'm alone in your store. I'm not alone. Auntie's with me, but it's so weird. Where are you, Dad? Where's Mom? Why am I alone in the store? I don't understand what's going on here. I'm a little bit scared. I'm not alone, but I feel alone. I don't know what's going on. And then you come in. You start crying. I look in your eyes and I just don't understand what's going on. You cry and then you start talking. Roza, with your Persian accent. Roza, life is not black and white. I'm so sorry. It's like you can't stop crying. You start talking. I'm sorry. What is he sorry about? I look in his eyes and he says, do you remember 2 months ago when your mom didn't feel good? Do you remember that? We got to the hospital on Friday night. Do you remember that we came back? The doctor said that Mom is very sick. It was just after your mom gave birth to your brother. Then we understood that we have to take her out of Iran. But because of the war, I did everything I could to get a passport for all of you. I start to understand. I start to understand what's going on. Oh my God, you could leave me here and go? Life is not black and white. There is a lot of gray. I'm so sorry. We just got to the airport because you know I got passport for me because I'm with your mom. I got for your mom because she is sick. And I got for your brother because he was just born now. We got into the flight. We gave the suitcase. And I felt the second I sat on the chair in the airplane that I did something very wrong, but I couldn't do anything. It was too late. And then there was a voice. The flight will be stopped because there may be an attack on the airplane. At that second, I promised myself, I am not going to leave you here. You're going to come with me. I'm going to do everything I can until I get a passport for you too. This is my life. Hi, my name is RoziCT. Why RoziCT? And the podcast name is RoziCT also. 2 reasons. The first one, because I had a very harsh life. And in my life, I had no other way but to read people, to stay alive, to have a life. So now I can just look at someone and understand his past and even understand his future. See how he thinks. The second reason is every day in my life, I learn about the mind. And our mind is our results. Everything in our mind brings us our results every day. So that's why I'm RoziCT. Every week we're going to meet here for 15 minutes. And in this 15 minutes, I'm going to give you a few things. The first thing, I'm going to talk about how I felt there. And I'm going to talk to you about how I feel today, what I learned today in my life. And give you a tip, something you can take into your life today and use and do and have and be. So very nice to meet you. What I learned then when my dad came into the store and said he was going to leave me, I got very scared. I understood that the ground that I'm standing on is not safe. It's shaking, and shaking very bad. That I can't trust anybody. I have to stop and understand that the only person I can trust is me. This is what I got from there then as a girl. What happened then? Whatever we hear from the ages 0 to 9, even from the tummy, when we're not here yet in this world, we're not born yet, is going into our subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind gives us all the results we have. Again, on the age of 0 to 9, we get a lot of information into our subconscious mind. Whatever happens, whatever comes in from our senses, our hearing, tasting, touching, all our senses, comes inside our subconscious mind information, and that dictates our result for all our life. Funny, right? So, what happened to a girl understanding that her father is going to leave her in Shiraz and go without her, her father and her mother? What happened even after a few years when she had her first interview? She couldn't trust anybody. Nobody. She just waited for every person in her life to just disappear. Disappear. Think about her relationships, because she brings the information from the subconscious mind, from the age of 0 to 9. So whatever happens in her life just jumps her, puts her back in that age. And what happens then? She gets scared and she just runs away. In her date, she's going to find all the reasons why not to stay there. There will be a very, very normal reason. He doesn't look good, his age, doesn't matter what. But if she's not in a relationship, if she wants to be, there's only one reason. Her subconscious mind brings to her mind all the senses, all the things she was passed to in her young age. And that's why this is her results. This is what happened then. What I learned today, what I understand today is much different. I understand that my dad was only 34 years old. He was a child himself. I understand that he really, seriously did the best he could. He didn't know anything else. Just think about it. He needs to save his wife. He needs to handle his newborn baby and a daughter, a 7-year-old daughter. And he's so scared. So now I understand something. We, every minute of our life, do the best we can. In any situation, we do the best we can. And the tip I can give you this week is stop. Stop your life for 1 second and understand what's the difference between us and the animals. We have faculties, the animals don't. With our faculties, we can make, we can create. One of the faculties is perception. We can look at any situation from two sides, the positive and not the positive, the optimist. We decide how to look at any situation. We can take any information we get, any situation we have in our life, to a good place or to a bad place. I can say, thank you, God, for helping me understand that I can stand on my 2 feet and be there. Even though my dad wants to leave, I can say, thank you, God, for my dad understanding he can do differently. And the most, I can talk about myself. Thank you, God, for teaching me how to stand on my both feet, on my feet. So, my tip to you is, when you have a situation in your life, and we have tons of them every day, just stop for a second and ask yourself, Am I looking on the half empty or half full? Because you have the perception. You can decide how to look at this glass. Only you can decide. And this, how you look at this glass, will give you your results. So, I'm going to see you here next week. My story is just a metaphor for your life. I want you to take it to your life and ask yourself, what did I learn? What am I going to do different this week? What am I going to do this week different in my life? Also, I want to tell you about our community, because community is environment, and we become our environment. We act the same, we talk the same. So you pick your environment and come and join our community. Insta, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, RoziCT. I'm going to see you next week. Oh, let's talk about what's going to happen in the second episode. What happens with the flight? Will I get a passport? Will I leave Iran? What happens to mom? See you next week. Bye.